Jay. Why can't I talk?
I don't know.
And checklist, people. Always check your checklist. Water pump off. Why can't I talk?
I don't know.
Missouri, you're coming with me. Hey guys, we're still in eternal fall, which is to say we've been very slow to edit our latest adventures. So let's roll back in time and visit Lake of the Ozarks in October. After taunting our GPS and discovering an offensive gift shop, we managed to roll into a very foggy but peaceful Harvest Toast winery in the mysterious Lake of the Ozarks. Then it's wine tasting, a dark and quiet night, and we're up and packing a quick breakfast to head out to Tonka Castle. These ruins have an interesting history, ending in tragedy, but they make for an impressive introduction to the natural beauty of Missouri. Why don't we check it out? Let's go.
There is nothing wrong with your video stream. We are controlling your feed. Sit quietly and experience the awe and mystery from the outer limits of the open road.
All right, we spent the night in Missouri, so I've just got to find the state sticker. Somewhere in here. Wait. Oh, that's Maryland. Like, surely it's larger than that. It's a fairly large state, people. Montana. There it is. Missouri, you're coming with me. This is the map we keep of all of the places we've camped together. The one on the outside of the camper is all the places the Cirrus has been for overnights. You have to spend the night. This one is every place Bill and I have camped together since we've been married or dating. So it looks a little bit different. You can see that we love the outer fringes. We have been to New England, but we took a car. We took the train and we took a rental car, and toured around there. But we will go back there with the Cirrus, no question. And we will hit these two. No, we will hit Arkansas and Oklahoma on this trip. Okay, ready to travel checklist. Cabinets locked, windows locked, fridge closed, fridge off, Aldi off, things put away, tables locked, and it looks like we're golden. And checklist, people. Always check your checklist. Water pump off. It would probably be okay, but you wouldn't want anything to happen while you're traveling down the road. Something to break, and then your water is spewing everywhere. So best to travel without the water pump on. A beautiful Missouri day. All right, you already drank your coffee. We were up early drinking your coffee, so you're on water now for the day.
Water rations.
That's correct, water rations. We had a pretty good night here at the at this Missouri very basic campground, and we are heading towards the Ozarks. I guess I don't know if we're in the Ozarks, but we're heading towards this beautiful area of lakes, Lake of the Ozarks, perhaps. I don't know what kind of country it's going to be, but it's very hilly here.
Never been to Missouri before, so this is going to be fun.
Turn on misery number J, or letter J. Why can't I talk?
I don't know.
Turn right on Missouri Y. Turn right on Missouri B.
Missouri B. No shade to you lovely people who live in Missouri. The Garmin actually does a lot worse when it comes to Michigan names, most of which are indigenous and hard to pronounce on a good day. And she sounds drunk most of the time.
Graaf por kilo drenthe overselno ordelusto agiak gratiat bois blank salt sweet mariantanogan gojevic ypsilanti makimula makanek. I got this.
We're going to go ahead and set our preferences to avoid highways, for a while, and that's a fun way to travel, one of our favorite ways to travel.
They have a restaurant.
Yeah. Where? You're asking yourself.
It's Mama Flippin' Burgers.
No, it's a good restaurant. Highly reviewed. I just don't know where it's at.
If you got a restaurant, where it at?
We're all wined up. We did our wine tasting.
I feel pretty numb.
We're pretty numb. It's an incredibly quiet, foggy, peaceful morning here at this winery, which is a harvest host. Last night was so dark and so quiet. It was amazing. There's a lot of wildlife out there. We heard rustling around in the trees. This winery is on a lot of acres, and there's really, once everybody left for the night, there's nothing out here but us and the grapes and the wildlife. So this was a great stop. Just absolutely peaceful and beautiful. We are in Lake of the Ozarks territory in Missouri, and we are headed toward Bentonville, Arkansas today. Should be a beautiful drive. Hopefully the fog will burn off a little bit more by the time we hit the road. So we'll just kind of relax for a minute and drink our coffee and kind of wait for the day to begin. You can see the leaves are changing here. Beautiful. We're starting to head into fall time. And this is what fall in Missouri looks like. Some of those little things you only see on a dewy morning. All the little things building their nests and hunting grounds. I've got breakfast for the road packed here. Handful of Triscuits, some boiled eggs and carrots in everything but the bagel seasoning, some Little Town sausages from Michigan, bananas, and coffee, and our waters for the road. ready to go. It's a chilly morning, so it's definitely a coat on in the car day for the first little bit. It was 47 last night.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll warm up to the 60s for sure. But we're ready to get on the road. Pretty offensive. It's quite a steep climb up to this Tonka castle, and tragically the owner died shortly after starting construction on this castle. And little did he know that this would have been one of the best places for cell reception the entire time we've been in the Ozarks. The fire. After you climb up the steep hill, and then you find out there's cars parked up here, and we could have, excuse me, what? Down there's the river, and Snyder wanted to dam that up for a little private lake, and that was very controversial, and I think that's when things started to fall apart. This is the view from a little parapet.
See, there's another little thing down there. There's a walk.
Oh.
It might actually be a walk around the lake or something.
Yeah, and there's the castle right up there. Gorgeous view. You absolutely cannot deny that it is an amazing view. And now on up to the castle. Another spectacular overlook. Wow. This looks like quintessential Lake of the Ozarks. Windy little rivers. I think I hear a little bit of a waterfall maybe. Or some rapids, probably just some rapids. That water is gorgeous. That's where we were up there when we were at the castle. It's pretty high up on the cliffs. You don't realize it when you're up there. I mean, you realize it's far down, but you don't get to see that sheer rock wall, which is amazing. This is Tonka Spring.
In America, your home is your castle. So what better way for Robert Snyder to express that than to build a castle for his home? This castle was built right here in the middle of 5,000 acres in the state of Missouri. It was occupied by him for almost a year, and then he was killed in one of Missouri's very first traffic accidents. So we're here at the water tower at the castle.
And there was a residential portion underneath here, so I'm kind of wondering, how did people get up here? Because surely they did not come up those gosh darn awful stairs that we just came up. There had to be some like elevator or something.
No, but you know what's even worse is, look at this tower.
Yeah, that was probably pre-elevator. I don't know, 1905?
Yeah, early 1900s.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine having to climb that every day.
Well, you'd probably just have people that would just haul you up in a bucket.
Well, yeah, they'd be hauling me up in a bucket after one time.
We could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car.